Hey guys, real quick before the video, just wanted to ask for your feedback here on the channel. Always trying to improve things and make things the best they possibly can be for you guys. So if you could go ahead and let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite part of these videos that I normally do with pro interviews or even not on interview? And what is your least favorite part? What is something that you don't enjoy about my channel? And possibly if you have a second, go ahead and take a look at a few of the other top comments and maybe like the ones that you agree with. That way I can go ahead and keep making changes to give you guys what you like and less of what you don't. So guys, with that said, Surgical Goblin on voice today. Enjoy the video.
Well, it's the verbal Herman monster, the word enhancer, sick of phony monsters controlling the dance floor.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale, and I have Surgical Goblin back on the line. It seems like forever since I've had you on voice, man. Welcome back to the channel. How you doing, Frank?
Hey Ash, thank you so much. Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, years, but I think it's just a couple of months. I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for having me on again.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. And we're actually going to share a really cool new meta PEKKA deck, which is so interesting. It's been a while since we've seen Lightning even viable in the meta again. And this one has Magic Archer and Skeletons too, and Royal Ghost. I don't know, man. Tell us a little bit about this deck and why you like it. By the way, we're going to do all live ladder matches today, so it's going to be really fun. But tell us a little bit about the deck.
Yeah, so as you just mentioned, it has Lightning, which I think it had needed like 2 more buffs. So first they nerfed it to a really little range. Then they buffed it back to the old radius, but it wasn't enough. But right now with the damage buff, I feel like it's actually in the meta. Like you also seen maybe some Golem Lightning decks, stuff like that. But this deck is really good just because with the Prince buff, you see more kind of beatdown decks, as I just mentioned, like Golem Prince, but also a lot of Giant, like Prince Minor, even like bait decks. That's also why I put the Look in there, and the Royal Ghost as well, just because they can get so much value. But it's definitely a really, well-rounded deck. Magic Arch is really interesting because usually I don't really play it defensive that much, depending on my opponent's spells. Usually I try to place it at the bridge, trying to snipe, like hit one of the units and the tower at the same time.
Okay, I'm sure we'll see a lot of that in the live action, but I also wanted to ask you about substitutions for the Magic Archer and the Royal Ghost. Hopefully you guys have unlocked them via trade tokens if you didn't have them previously, but just in case some people out there don't have them up to level or for whatever reason, what would you sub in for Royal Ghost and Magic Archer, Surge?
Probably for Royal Ghost, since it's kind of like to, for example, bait out like a counter to the Battle Ram, or just in general, like to mess up their cycle. Maybe a Bandit could be a good replacement, just because, well, it's kind of like a similar card. Not exactly. It's, of course, different interactions, but I think for the Ghost, like the Bandit. And then for Magic Archer, if you, for example, have the Electro Wizard, you can put Electro Wizard. If you don't have any of those legendaries, maybe you can try a Hunter. Personally, I didn't try it, but you could try it. Maybe it works as well.
Sounds good, man. And maybe even guards for Royal Ghost. What do you think of that? Or maybe guards for like Skeletons if you wanted to make it a little bit heavier?
Probably if you replace the Ghost with guards, then I would put guards and Ice Spirit, because the Skeletons is there to kind of, for example, distract like a Prince or something like this. But then the guards will replace that role. So then if you put guards, I would put guards and Ice Spirit. Perfect,
man. Well, let's go ahead and hop into a match if you're ready, dude.
Yeah, I'm ready.
How are you enjoying LA and stuff?
I'm doing really good. It's really cool. I just found a match, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool here. Right now, like, I'm in the Alienware training facility, so that's basically where we practice. Also, we have setups here, like we can stream on, just like play some games, relax and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And then we all are in one apartment.
Nice, that's really cool. You guys have a stacked roster. I gotta ask too, because I promised people I would. I had Matt on yesterday, and he swept you guys, which was really impressive. Kind of like an underdog victory at the time, but I think that people would be prepared for him in the future. And there was a lot of chat about your BM in the chat of the live stream. So I gotta ask, like, what was going through your head at that moment, and how do you feel about BM? Like, I'm not trying to make a huge big deal about it, but I just wanted to get your take on it as a pro player. Like, do you use it as a psychological advantage, or like, what are your thoughts on it?
No, I understand. I actually also made a tweet about it, because I also noticed that I personally got a lot of tweets. Also, I actually rewatched the live stream, and I also noticed that. So I actually made a tweet, like an apology tweet, saying like basically the reason why I do it is to kind of distract myself from the pressure, like during the matches in competitions, because usually in a normal match, like I almost never BM, or maybe just for fun sometimes. But during competitions with a lot of pressure, I tend to BM like more easy, I guess. And also because the players I use emotes with, usually like are really good friends. For example, Matt, I was with him in Giants, like Giants Gaming for SLO. We actually won that as well. So he's one of my best friends I met through Clash Royale.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. It was a pleasure to have him on the channel. So, do you ever use it? Do you ever use BM as just like purely a psychological thing, just to like kind of annoy them, or is that something that you don't really like doing?
I mean, maybe I've done it sometimes in the past. Like, for example, if I know that someone tilts really easy or maybe gets distracted really easy, I guess I could do that. But I don't really think about it during the match. Like, I'm way too focused on the actual game than thinking about those kind of things.
Yeah, I was saying that, like I said in a comment yesterday too, is that, you know, some of the best athletes in the history of the world, like Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, not comparing a mobile game to that, but you guys get what I'm saying. we're big smack talkers. I think that the only thing about the BM on Flobby there was just at the that you were kind of upset with Tag when he BM'd. I think that was like what a lot of the feedback, at least here on my channel, was. But again,
true.
Don't want to make the whole video about BM, so let's get back to the deck here, man. But thanks for clearing that up and being honest about it too. And it was a class act to kind of apologize, or at least to address it with your fans who you know wanted to question why. But anyway, what's going on, man? We spent 3 minutes talking about BM. Let's get back to the game here. How are you feeling about this match here?
Yeah, so to be honest, I was really distracted, but I'm playing against Breach Bam.
Yep.
Looks like with Magic Archer, since the Zeppis got nerfed, looks like people tend to play it with Magic Archer right now. So I think at lightning value, or like with the lightning, I can get a lot of value, but he's been applying a lot of pressure, so that's well played on his part.
Yeah, this is actually a really good match. This guy's playing pretty well.
I think I would just take the damage on the left side, since he dealt more damage to my right side anyways. Here I'll lightning. Let's see if the Barbarian actually can connect. Looks like it doesn't, but the Barbarian will be able to take like a few hits on the tower.
So he split his damage there. Nice, well played.
Let's go with Mega Man for the Magic Archer. Definitely don't want to take too much damage. Good placement on his part. I'll go with another Battle Ram. And Lightning ready again. He'll probably go with Lumberjack. Go with Lightning right now. And let's see if he books it probably with Royal Ghost.
Ooh, this is a good match here. Look at that Royal Ghost move.
So again, I would just ignore the Magic Archer on the left side. Maybe I'll just like look it. I don't know how like a max, how much damage the Magic Archer does.
We're about to see. All right.
Yeah, I would just look it just to take not too much damage. But as I said before, like he's going for the right side tower anyways. So I will go with Battle Ram again, and then this time I will try to hit and the Inferno Dragon and the tower, and then also the Lumberjack. Really good lighting there. Knowing that he has Ghost, and the Ghost right now will be not invisible anymore, I will go with Magic Archer. Really good Ice Golem on his part.
Yeah.
Actually distracting the Magic Archer. Doesn't allow it to hit the tower. Look, pushing it back. Looks like he will go with his own Magic Archer, but I think I can just cycle Lightning and then a Look. I'm not sure how it does on... I don't have it maxed. 407. I think this is enough with the Look. Yeah, 64 HP. Definitely enough. Let's go with the Look. And then Look should be able to finish it off.
Man, so, I tried my hardest. I tried to distract you as hard as I could, but you were able to come with the victory.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to explain and like play and think and stuff like that.
All right, well,
Lightning is definitely a really cool card. As you guys saw, like it hit the tower, Inferno Dragon, and the Lumberjack, and then like he still has to respond to the Barbarians.
Yeah, that was a really interesting match because that guy played really well. Do you want to get into the next one?
Yeah, for sure. I can hop into the next one.
Okay. What would you say is the hardest matchup for this? Because at first glance, it seems like you have like a good answer for everything. Speaking of BM, go on. Sorry.
So yeah, basically, in my opinion, this is, as I said before, like this is a really well-rounded deck. As you said, like it looks really solid, and I think it is. Just some difficult matchups like I had, for example, Lava Loon with guards, just because you don't really have much to take out the guards. And also Lava Loon push is pretty hard since the Magic Archer, I mean, it's such a good card and it can be so annoying, but it isn't as good as, for example, I mentioned earlier, like the Hunter or something like this, just because it doesn't have the DPS.
That's true. So here comes this PEKKA, same lane as the Giant. I don't know what this dude is playing. Weird deck.
No idea. Princess, Goblin Heart, Valkyrie, and constantly BMing, but PEKKA is definitely really good. Counter against Giant.
Anybody in my audience who's triggered, I apologize, but I can't do anything. So he's hot spamming you. Yeah,
so Magic Archer in this situation, I drop it to support PEKKA. I'm not sure if he has like a big spell yet. Looks like we might be able to get a good lightning here, hitting his Witch and yeah, there go Barbot as well.
Ooh.
So Pekka is still alive. Pekka might actually connect to the tower here. He gives us a pretty good look, hitting the princess
boy.
and then also the Barbot. And yeah, this is definitely tower, I think. Magic Archer should be able to get it.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely tower.
Nice.
So really sweet deck on his part.
Well, yeah, now all you have to do is hold on in double elixir against the spam from hell here. But let me ask you this. Let me get back to the basics here, because I didn't really ask you anything like about like the fundamentals of this deck. But you know, is there ever a situation besides beatdown going against a golem or something like that, same lane, that you're gonna start with like a P.E.K.K.A in the back and play it like almost like a beatdown deck behind the P.E.K.K.A, or is that something that you just don't do in a deck like this?
In certain situations, yes, definitely. Like I mentioned, for example, Lava Loon guards earlier, but against, for example, a Lava Loon Valkyrie matchup, like because Valkyrie is definitely still viable. It's not like it's a dead card or something right now, even if it got nerfed. I usually tend to punish them. Like, instead of the Battle Ram opposite lane, actually go with a P.E.K.K.A opposite lane, just because they don't really have, that good of a counter to, the P.E.K.K.A.
Okay.
So sometimes I use it as a punishment, like even at the bridge sometimes, if he, for example, invests the Lava Hunt.
Interesting. So Lava Hound, you go P.E.K.K.A opposite lane? Bridge? Or same lane?
Yeah, if he has Valkyrie in the deck, yeah.
Wow, this is crazy.
Well, this will actually be really tough to stop.
Right? I told you that it's, if you can survive all the crazy spam at the end, and it looks like
I think he might actually be able to take down tower here.
He might be able to take
Maybe
this tower. Nope.
Oof,
wow.
That was really close.
I'm telling you, man, these decks is as whatever as they are, as cheap or cheesy as they are, they can really take you by surprise in double elixir. All right, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And he probably also like knows all the different matchups, so he knows like when to push in. For example, the main horde. I had no idea he had it, and then he just almost took my tower.
Yeah, it was like there was like a giant barbarians witch, and then boom, the horde in the middle. Let's see. Okay, here you go. We're ready.
Yep.
All right.
I hope into the next one.
So it's done. Hey, can I ask you about the update, Serge? What are your opinions on the update in general, and then the Goblin Giant?
Yeah, so my opinion on the update, I think it's actually really cool, especially for the players who struggled, for example, getting a specific legendary or something like this. Right now with the trade token, I'm not sure how to get them. I believe you can get them through wars and stuff like this, and also like the challenge, of course, like the Goblin Giant challenge.
Yeah.
So I definitely really like that aspect. Also the balance changes, like personally, I actually made a tweet this morning as well saying like, so far I'm loving the new meta. I think it's actually pretty balanced. And the same with Royal Hawks, like before they were way too overpowered. Everyone knows that, of course. But right now they feel like, they are a new win condition, which is of course awesome, but they are not everywhere, you know, like they are not overpowered or something like this.
Yeah, and now this matchup I really want to focus in on. Sorry, we'll talk about Goblin Giant in a sec, but this seems like a really difficult matchup, even though you have P.E.K.K.A. Do you agree or no?
It depends. I'm not sure what his other cards are, but Night Witch is definitely a tough card to deal with. But if he has the collector version with only the Zap and the Tornado, I think I have a pretty good matchup just because the Magic Archer will get super much value. But since he has Poison, I think it might be a tough matchup for me, but it depends. Okay. I guess his last cards are Mega Minion and then Baby Dragon, Tornado, and Lock. So knowing that he is playing Golem, I will definitely not send the Royal Ghost like right now at the bridge. I could do that to pressure, but I basically just give him a free King Tower activation. So I would just drop it in the back, and then if I see that he doesn't really drop anything, so he's going for the King Tower activation with the Mega Me right now, I will support it with the Battle Ram. This way he can't activate
okay, wow, that's so smart. Okay. And you have Lightning if you want it.
Not in Cycle yet, but I will just let it be. I'll probably just lock this and then Skeletons to the right side. So Skeletons is a really cool card in my opinion. It might actually, no, I think it would just go to the Night Witch. I thought the lock would actually kill the Night Witch, but right now I'll just go with the Magic Archer to the side. Since he used the Tornado and it's out of cycle, I can go with Royal Ghost aggressive and then Battle Ram followed up because he just invested 8 elixir in the Golem. Shouldn't have that much elixir right now. He does go with the lock, so he will probably stop the Battle Ram. Yeah, with the help of the cannon card as well. So I would just P.E.K.K.A in the back. No need to Lightning or anything right now. There will definitely be an overcommit. Right now, I was able to deal a lot of damage. So right now, I'll just seek for lightning value on defense. Yeah. There you go. I'm able to hit the Night Witch, but the cannon card actually does stay alive. So I'll just go with Skeletons for distraction. And then a Royal Ghost. P.E.K.K.A, yeah, we'll be able to finish the Golem. Does get the death damage, so still quite a lot of damage for him. But definitely good defense, like considering I dealt so much damage to his tower. Yeah. So since it's the end of the game, I'm definitely searching to finish the tower. So right now I have my Magic Archer ready to place it up high. Looks like he does Tornado it, so it might actually, it didn't, only one time. So that was a good tornado on his part. And I think to stop this, I would just go with a Mega Man to the side, Royal Ghost, and I have my P.E.K.K.A ready in case he goes with Golem. But I'm not sure if Lightning is enough. Yeah, I think it is.
You might need. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with the look.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Well played there. Okay, this is like the dumbest question I've ever asked on the channel, but when you dropped your P.E.K.K.A, why did you drop her away in the corner instead of behind the King Tower? Is there any difference there, or is it just who cares?
Yes, it's actually really interesting. Good question. Actually, it's definitely not a dumb question. Just because they since he has tornado, if I drop it in that tile like the King Tower, he can just tornado it to the other lane, go all in, and since it's just the last 20 seconds anyways, like if it's in the beginning of the game, I don't think it matters that much. Just because he still has to deal with the P.E.K.K.A, but because it's like the end of the game, he actually doesn't have to worry about like losing his tower anymore. His only goal was taking the tower, so he can just tornado the P.E.K.K.A to the other lane, fully support his golem, and then probably take the tower because I don't have the P.E.K.K.A on defense anymore.
That's true. Hey, want to do one more?
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
I'm
cool.
hoping into it.
Okay, now give us. Now you can give us your thoughts on Goblin Giant. I'm not a big fan of the card. I don't. But what do you think?
Yeah. So. Firstly, also not like I was actually preparing to record a video, like trying to get 12 wins with it, but I haven't found any deck yet which is good with it. And in my opinion, it's definitely I don't know how to say that, but definitely a weak card, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. So nice cleanup here with the Magic Archer. You're seeing like already the power of the Magic Archer in these matches here, guys.
Yeah, so Magic Archer is definitely also a really interesting card because it's actually really good against splash units. Since we don't have the poison or anything like this, we only have the lock. Magic Archer often deals with units like bats, as you just saw, like Skeleton Barrel. I mean, Skeleton Barrel isn't that popular, but it did a great job.
How about this guy playing Mega Knight deck? He's got to be, right? I think he is.
I think Mortar, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
So I'll actually kite the bats. He has a really quick cycle, so I'll actually kite the bats here. Mega Man on those 2 bats, and I'll probably, I would definitely lock this, just because I don't want the skeletons to take my tower.
Right.
So pretty tough matchup, just because we don't have Zap, and his bats will be able to get a lot of value, but I definitely need to keep my Magic Archer for it, as I did in the beginning. But since he has such a quick cycle, he will definitely be able to outcycle my Magic Archer, so I might just end up, as you mentioned before, in some matchups, just try to make a really big P.E.K.K.A push, and usually in Mortar decks you don't really have a big spell, so if he doesn't have a big spell, I would just try to make a big P.E.K.K.A push from the back and then try to support it with the Magic Archer.
Look at all these barbarians picking their nose. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll go with Bellram offensive, and he actually does have the arrow, so okay, I will definitely look here. Roy Ghost might have been able to finish that up, but I'm anyways going with a look just because I want the Barbarians and the Royal Ghost, also the Mega Minion, to go to the tower as soon as possible. So it looks like a lot of damage actually. Mega Minion will kill most of the bats. 1 bat survives, but I think that's fine. So let's see.
I don't even know how to ask this in a way that really gives you an opportunity to give a great answer. But you know, in terms of, is this deck? I was gonna ask you about when you're playing the Battle Ram and when you're not. Like, how do you get a good feel for when to play? Is it like after a defense like this, you're just mostly going to Battle Ram, or how did you decide not to? Would you have if he had not dropped the Inferno, or?
Probably yes, just because, well, his cycle so far, he didn't really show any a tombstone or something like this, and most of the units the Royal Ghost can actually take care of.
Okay.
Right now, I will not throw the lock. I'll actually keep the lock on offense. He might actually cycle back to his Inferno Tower since he has such a quick cycle. I have my lock ready, just for his Spear Goblins, probably to the side. I'll actually go with a prediction lock here. No, it doesn't pay off. He is able to counter it, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I am getting some chip damage. I'll go with Magic Archer to the side, Mega Man again. I'll go with Royal Ghost just because it actually has splash damage, so it does actually, a pretty good job. Magic Archer actually survives. He does go with the arrows. So I think right now, since he has Inferno Tower, I'll just go with Better Ram. This matchup, it's not even needed to play the P.E.K.K.A. I have Lightning ready, but looks like he just goes with Bats. Goblin Gang, I will just cycle back to a new Magic Archer to the side, and probably just cycle back to Better Ram.
Okay.
Especially, so far he didn't show a big spell, so I'll just go with it all. Not afraid to get Fireball since he didn't show it. I mean, he might have it, but he didn't show it yet. I'll just have the Lightning ready. I think I'll just go with Lightning anyways here.
Yep.
Oh, Magic Archer actually locked on as well, and I think this should be a good game. Yeah, Magic Archer will lock on, and it will be GG. No, lock will finish it off.
There you go.
72 HP.
Well, there it is. It's a clean sweep. Well played, man. Well
Thank you very much.
Dude, any final thoughts on this deck? Obviously, it's working out for you well in this video, but any other like maybe some things to. Well, you didn't even play the P.E.K.K.A in that matchup, so what other matchups
exactly.
wouldn't you play the P.E.K.K.A in? Like, how would you do? How would you play the P.E.K.K.A in a bait matchup?
In a bait matchup, I usually use the P.E.K.K.A to surprise them. Like if they invest a lot of elixir and if they catch me off guard, for example, if I don't have the look, the P.E.K.K.A can be. I mean, it's such a big tank. So even if it goes with like a prince, I don't know, Goblin Gang push or something, he just invests 8 elixir. So I can, like, for example, if my hand is kind of awkward, I can go with a P.E.K.K.A to stop that. Of course, on the prince, like I don't want my P.E.K.K.A to hit the goblins. Make sure to place it on the tank, like for example, the princess I just mentioned. And like in those type of situations, I would definitely play the P.E.K.K.A. Also, in some situations, if he just, for example, overextended, like for example, you went with, I don't know, Goblin Barrel and Gang, and I just had a lock-in cycle, like 2 for 6 elixir trade, then I can go with a P.E.K.K.A in the back because, yeah, I'm up so much elixir, I can just, yeah, make a really strong double lane pressure. Then I would, for example, support the P.E.K.K.A with, I don't know, Mega Minion, and then just send a Ghost or a Bellram in the other side, and he's forced to defend both. But yeah, in some situations and in some matchups, it's just, yeah, basically impossible for them to defend both lanes.
For sure. Well, great advice. So happy to finally get you back on the channel on voice, Surge. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Love the deck, and best of luck with your YouTube channel and in CRL. I guess most importantly, shout out to Diego and Azilies. And who is your 4th person? I always forget.
Boofmac and Juicy J.
Okay, my dude. I don't know how to say Boofmac's name. I say it again. Say it again for me.
Well, I'm not sure if I say it right.
you do the same. Yeah, you do the same thing I do. You're just like Boofmac.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shout out to the whole team, and Juicy J is streaming too. So I'll include well, what the heck? I'll include all of Team Liquid's Twitch information if you guys want to check them out in the description below, along with Surgical Goblin's YouTube and his Twitter and his player profile. Thanks to statsroyale.com. Serge, thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I had a ton of fun, Ash. Thank you so much.
Me too, man. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information in the description below. Thank you, and as always, take care, guys.